Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of the Disc Golf Answer Man. Nice. Next one is from Lincoln. It's about elevation. I first played disc golf in Houston, Texas, but now I live in Colorado. People say that discs are more overstable in higher elevation. But how much does that actually affect an intermediate to advanced player like myself? I haven't noticed anything, but I also have just been trying to improve my form and haven't thought about elevation as a factor to my thoughts. How significant is the difference in elevation compared to stability? What have you noticed when playing in places like Colorado, AJ?
Well, first off, whenever you say, like, if you say elevation that much, all I can think of is the U2 song. And so once I kind of get that out of my head, then I will say from experience, playing up in like Colorado, Montana, anywhere up in elevation, the discs do react differently. The first thing I usually notice is that they don't glide nearly as much.
Yep.
Because there's a little bit less air holding the disc up. So that's like one of the first things I noticed. And then more overstable. So it's definitely like noticeable and considerable. What was the question?
Does it really affect intermediate to advanced players?
Yeah, I would say it almost affects those players more than it would affect advanced to pro level caliber players, just because of the power that's put behind the disc and the efficiency of that. The less off-axis torque will mean that the disc is spinning through the air cleanly. And so if you're intermediate level and not throwing the disc as hard or efficiently, then it's going to drop a little bit faster. So lighter discs will help. Mm-hmm. And then the discs will fade a bit quicker, so a little bit understable will help. I remember one time driving from San Diego to Milwaukee, Wisconsin with my dad, and we drove through Colorado and played for like a day or a day and a half straight at a bunch of different courses in Colorado. And our discs and like the main disc I was using at the time was a Sidewinder, because it was the only thing that would actually like fly relatively normal to what I was used to. And then the next day when we drove east out of Colorado down into Kansas, and got down like towards Kansas City, we were throwing our same Sidewinders and they were just like flipping out of control, because we had just gotten so like used to throwing those discs as our main straight distance drivers rather than relying on them to like roll almost. So the difference is totally normal, and I would suggest going more understable and even a little bit lighter if you have.